There is obedience. There is self-control. I love self-control. It's self-control. See, remember what I said? There is some things that you are totally responsible for. This thing called self-control, you are responsible for it. Pastor calls it engracias. You must be able to tuck yourself in, hold yourself in. Don't be too quick to respond. Don't be too quick to speak. Look at Jesus. There were times if he had to speak, he would have just destroyed everything. But he knew when to withdraw. Do you know there was a time Jesus escaped? So you must learn how to control yourself. I said in my church some time ago, how some Christians have died a wasted death because they couldn't control themselves. I heard about a story in America. A man was going to go into a shop, a filling station, to buy fuel. And somebody immediately overtook him. Out of anger, the one that was supposed to go into the petrol station first came out, brought out a gun and shot the guy there at the petrol station and killed him. So that guy that overtook him, now what was the point? What's the point of his death? Nothing. See, the job I do, I know a lot of people have mental health problems. A man told me the difference between me now and me going to my neighbor's house, snapping his neck and coming back to eat my bread and tea is the medication I'm taking. Immediately he said that, I said, have you taken your medication? Because I was already close to the door. So you don't know the people you're dealing with. You must master yourself. Control yourself. Put yourself in check. See, sometimes there are things you have to address. It doesn't mean you have to address it. Your pastor is the pastor of a gracias. There are certain things I want to. The two men God has placed very close to me, him and my husband, they know how to gracias. They will hold themselves in until you think they have forgotten. Then they will bring the matter up. But then your heart is ready to receive it at that time. A lot of family have broken up because they couldn't control themselves. The man want to talk, the woman want to, everybody is talking. At the end of the day, nobody is listening to what you're saying. And at the end, what you want to achieve, you haven't even achieved it. Because you've only been busy fighting around, beating around the bush. People have resigned from their job so quickly. People have made mistakes of their life because they couldn't control themselves. This is a strategy I'm learning. Right? Anything that is going to make my blood pressure rise, anything that is going to make me say sorry to somebody, I will move 10 steps backwards. And I'll calm down. Think about my strategy and then present. Self-control is a Christian virtue. Don't always respond when people are. You don't prove you owe nobody. Remember what I say, your character is yours. You don't owe anybody to respond immediately, whether by action, text, email, and so people can type 1 second, 100 words per second. When you go back again and look at it, you're asking yourself, should I have really said all of these things? Self-control, patience, meekness, joy, peace, temperance, faith, forgiveness, integrity. These are all Christian values. Jesus had it. Integrity. How much can someone say of your integrity? Is your word your bond? When you tell someone it is morning, when they actually look at their time, is it really morning? Can people hold your word and say you have spoken? You see, look at what we said, what we say about God's word. It says his word will not return to him void, but it must accomplish that which it was said. Can somebody say that of your words? When you give your words to someone, can they just stand on that word and say, because she said it, because he said it, this thing must surely come to pass? How many of you have heard us say that about Pastor Chris? every word that pastor says comes to pass. Because even angels appreciate integrity. They recognize, because those are the things that make God God.